Ah, the last one to arrive is finally here. I hope you don't think you're special. It would be a shame if freedom went to your head. Or if you somehow got the idea you didn't need to pass your trials to become Sith. Lord Zash has tasked me with sorting through you refuse to find one worthy of being her apprentice, and I intend to do just that.
Don't get all sentimental on us. We've only just met.
I won't. Now the rest of you gutter trash already know your trial. Get going while I bring our latecomer up to speed.
Watch your back, friend. And don't worry. It'll be all right. He can't kill us all.
A Sith fears no one.
Suit yourself.
Now, slave, for your trial. There's a hermit named Spindrol who lives in the tomb of Ajunta Paul in the Valley of the Dark Lords. Spindrol's a lunatic, but Lord Zash sees him as some kind of prophet. Once you find him, he will test you.
The more challenging, the better.
But there, you know your task. Spindrol lives in the tomb of Ajunta Paul in the Valley of the Dark Lords. Don't keep Spindrol waiting, slave.
What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with a brand new SWTOR playthrough. We're going with the Sith Inquisitor this time, one of my all-time favorite classes. And unlike our Sith Warrior, who is serious and cunning, Hades here he's a little bit more jovial, but maniacal at the same time. So Hades is actually named after the Dark Ruler Hades, Yu-Gi-Oh card, one of my all-time favorites from way back in the day. It just sounded like a cool name for a pure-blooded Sith, and to be honest, I'm quite happy with him. He looks badass, he's got these awesome purple robes, and, you know, I even managed to come up with a cool backstory for it. Hades was, as we all know, his history, and I won't spoil it for those of you who don't know, but he comes from a very prolific family. Due to the circumstances that happened, his family ended up in slavery at some point. But Hades here didn't take too kindly to it. He didn't appreciate what had happened to his family, what had happened to himself and his legacy, especially being a pure-blooded Sith. So, it started to make him angry. And eventually he lashed out with the power of the Force and killed several of his slave handlers. Noticing the potential to his Sith powers, he was chosen to go to the Sith Academy. He was named Hades because his powers and his ability to kill his handlers was so wicked that he was nicknamed Hades after a mythical Sith legend of an ancient dark ruler who used ancient Sith magics in a way that most people couldn't comprehend. That is Hades. And now we're going to go and unleash the dark side upon the galaxy. Now, Hades is going to play a lot differently than... I've already got all this stuff. He's going to play a lot differently than the Warrior. Because like I said, the Warrior is very Darth Vader-y. He's serious. He's not going to make too many jokes. Except for in, like, maybe one or two instances. But that's just because they're just too good to pass up. They're doing what we were doing, except I decided to skip all the pet crap. I do that shit afterwards. No point doing that on screen. And duplicate. I wonder if I could have sold that. Either way. turn down, whoop, too much. Turn down my volume, because it is very loud in my ear compared to what you guys are hearing. And there we go. So Hades was a... Okay, well, it was out of character for me to revive you, but I was trying to be nice as a real person because I appreciate there are people still playing this game. Having new people playing means that, or even if it's just someone who's, you know, already played the game, but they're playing it as a, you know, just making a new character like I'm doing right here. It's very good for the game to keep it going. And I know they've said that the game isn't going to enter maintenance mode for quite a while, which is a good thing. I would still like to see the game flourish. Eventually, I plan to get back into endgame content. I'm not sure when. But at some point. I just don't have a guild anymore. This was my second class, though. I'm trying to remember the order I played them in. I don't remember if it was my second class of all time, because I had a Sith Inquisitor. Was my very first one, named MariK Ishtar, and I basically made him just as evil, comically evil as possible. Chose every single dark side option, which just wasn't as fun. Like it made him very two-dimensional. Not even two-dimensional, probably just one-dimensional. And I just didn't appreciate it. So I ended up re-rolling him and made Tulak Horde. And this was well before we had any of the cool Tulak Horde stuff in the game. So he was just my own creation. He wasn't influenced by anything. And then, of course, we got the Tulak Horde armor and all that shit. I was like, dude, I have to have it. But I don't remember if because my bounty hunter was my first character. And then I can't remember, did I make an Inquisitor? Did you come out of there and go in there? Anyway, my bounty hunter was my first character. And then it was either my Jedi Knight or my Inquisitor. I can't remember which, but my two main characters are my very first MariK and my very first Lightning Sorcerer. So this class is a very special place in my heart. Amazing story. Honestly, I think the story to the Inquisitor, in a lot of ways, is way better than the Warrior, and I feel like the end result, while the Warrior ends up kind of in a league of his own as far as authority goes, that diminishes rather quickly for the Warrior, I feel like. And also, I feel like the Inquisitor ends up with much more power than the Warrior, where the Warrior just has more authority. But once stuff happens to the story, that authority quickly diminishes.
Slave, welcome to my humble hole. You are here for your trial, yes? Learn the ways of the Sith from a doddering old man in a tomb, and hopefully to return to your master with the mark of my approval.
Yes, my lord. That's right.
Of course it is. I know the way of things on the surface. But before I answer either way, you must pass a trial of blood. Survive, and I will teach you what I know.
Well, don't they look lovely? Before we start this battle, I wanted to turn down the sound effects a little bit more because I feel like they're so damn loud when I'm trying to fucking speak. It's insane. I don't know if the ambient volume needs lowered, but... Okay, I was trying to tab over to him and I couldn't. There we go. Now, Hades also was going to have a helmet like Siron does, but we get one in this story that is very, very important to the story. And while you can get one similar at level 1, which I consider doing, just like with the lightsabers, I chose to wait. So we get to see his awesome, pure Sithness. We didn't get to see that with Siron, but we will at some point, I'm sure.
Excellent. These former acolytes wanted nothing more than to earn their second chance for glory by killing you and taking your place. But your desire proved stronger, and their blood became the mantle of your victory. Well done. But you are not Sith yet. Peace is a lie. There is only passion. Through passion I gain strength. Through strength, power. Through power, victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. This is the Sith Code. Commit it to your heart, and you will have the strength to crush your enemies. Do you understand?
Of course. I was born to be Sith.
Good. Then go. Return to Harkon and nurture your hatred for him. And use your fear of him to grow stronger. He may raise his fist to strike, but it is Lord Zash who determines where the blow will land.
But who controls Zash, I wonder?
When you know the answer to that, you will have power over both your masters. Now, go. Leave me to my rest.
Ironic how foretelling his statement is. You shall have power over both your masters. It's interesting, because it is true. Once you know who her master is, you will have power greater than both of them. Harkon is a very... how do I put it? I can't stand Harkon. So he reminds me a lot of Tremel, the Sith Warriors trainer. But in a way, like, he's very similar, but he's really like, you look at him and you're just like, yeah, I can't stand you. You're an asshat. Whereas Tremel, you just kind of like, you get the sense that he's, you know, actually there to help you.
This academy is pointless. Fall before our might. We need no masters.
Again, there they go with that no masters shit. Oh, look, the way's clear. Am I going the right way? Yeah, because I got to circle around. Okay. I was like, wait, why are we going downwards? I feel like I had this shit way out of order, but I'm trying to remember. I could easily go back and check, but I don't want to disrupt the stream.
This academy is pointless. Fall before our might. We need no masters.
Do you require medical attention? Be well.
I totally forgot to do this. Hello. Hello. I think I'm allergic to the core slugs. I can't stop sneezing.
Ah, the last one. Always the latecomer. Now we can see what the hermit thinks of you, slime. Acolyte Corey. Step forward, please.
Yes, Overseer.
You are a weak, pathetic rodent, and even a lunatic like Spindrel can see this. And that means...
Oh!
Meet our newcomer, Von Alt. This is real Sith strength, and he will tear you apart and crush your bones, slaves. Look on him. No connections left in the world, but pure Sith blood. This is Lord Zash's future apprentice, not filth like you.
We'll see how tough he is out in the tombs, alone, with just me and my blade for company.
Step this way, slave. I want to speak to you privately. The rest of you get out of here. You know your trials. You too, Fawn. Spindrel awaits. Now, listen to me. Spindrel is a lunatic. His approval means nothing. You are filth, and you will die. Is that clear?
You think you scare me?
You're nothing, and don't forget it. Now, your second trial. Lord Zash has requested a special trial for you, which you will no doubt fail. Go to Inquisitor Zinn in the jails. He will fill you in on the details, and most likely hasten your demise.
Don't count on my demise, Harkon. I don't die easily.
Don't boast, slave. I don't want to see you again until you're back from the jails. That's all.
Oh boy, I got a new shirt. Doesn't really matter, but you know, it matters a little bit, I guess. Oh, okay. Trying to be careful now, because I don't want to equip anything that's, like the Bounder Legacy shit. Okay. You know, it's funny. It's freaking funny. But Fawn, the Sith guy that he thinks is gonna outpower us or whatever. Fawn is... What the hell? Fawn is a pureblood Sith, but he is the face option that literally has none of the pureblood Sith qualities. None of the horns protruding from anywhere, none of the, like, face tentacles. Well, this one doesn't have face tentacles, but Siron does. He literally is just a normal human head, but it's red. Which just is as far from pureblood Sith as you can get. So I don't think he is pure-blooded Sith. He's got pure-blood Sith in him, but he's not 100% Sith.
Acolyte, you've arrived. And not a moment too soon. Hakan has given me very specific instructions. You were raised as a slave, but must discard those traits and learn to control others. And I have just the task for that end. Meet this drivelling excuse for an acolyte. He will be your victim.
Victim, huh? This sounds like it could be fun.
This is not an idle diversion, acolyte. A short while ago, there was what we call an unauthorized murder here in the Academy. A rivalry among apprentices resulted in death. Acolyte, you've arrived. And not a moment too soon. Hakan has given me very specific instructions. You were raised as a slave, but must discard those traits and learn to control others. And I have just the task for that end. Meet this drivelling excuse for an acolyte. He will be your victim.
What exactly does this entail?
A short while ago, there was what we call an unauthorized murder here in the Academy. A rivalry among apprentices resulted in death. Interrogate him. Make him tell you who committed this crime at any cost.
Cover your ears. This may get a little loud.
Thank you for the warning, but I prefer to cherish every scream.
Please, don't hurt me. I don't know anything.
Your defiance is foolish and misplaced.
Please, I don't know anything, I swear it. You know how it is. Acolytes start bragging. You don't want to look bad. It was just a dumb boast. I didn't see anything.
This'll hurt you much more than it hurts me.
Please, don't do that again. I'll do anything.
What shouldn't I do again? This?
Stop! Please! All right, I'll talk. You'll kill me, but I'll talk. The murderer is an apprentice named Essor Kayan. You have to protect me, or he'll kill me.
I doubt that. He'll be too busy being punished for murder.
Kayan's master is a Dark Council member. Might as well try fighting the Emperor himself. Kayan won't get so much as a reprimand. But when Kayan finds out, he'll come after me.
What exactly does this have to do with me?
Of course, it's not your problem. Why should you care? Maybe if I'm lucky, Kayan will put me out quickly.
He's not completely heartless. He gave him a chance to speak, and he didn't speak, so he gets shocked. I have to play this as a true villainous dark side, which it might not be as hard as it was with the warrior, because I played my warrior very honor-bound, where my permanent Sith Inquisitor, he's very, because this is my fourth one, he's very pragmatic. He won't kill unnecessarily, especially if they could be of use to him. But you don't get very many chances. So make sure you're useful.
You don't have to tell me. I heard the name loud and clear, though I sorely wish I hadn't. Esor Kane. Kane's master is a Dark Council member. I'd be a fool to oppose him. But anyway, your trial here is done. I will send my commendations to Overseer Harkin. You may return to him now.
What are you going to do about the murderer?
Nothing, although the apprentice's master will have to be informed. It's not my business to dispense justice, certainly not where the Dark Council is concerned.
That makes a certain sense.
I'm glad you think so. It has been most pleasant watching you work, Acolyte. Truly, I wish you the best of luck in your remaining trials.